Hey, what's going on, y'all? Sean, I'm Asphalt Tutoring here with another SAT type math problem. Make sure that you look at this first, so you probably need to pause the video, try to solve it yourself, and then unpause it so I can go through it with you and see if you got it right. So the problem reads as follows. The function h defined by h of t equals c times t, ct plus d, where C and D are constants, models the height of a tomato plant after T days of growth during the period of time where the growth of the plant is approximately linear. What does C represent? Now, this is a pretty easy problem, especially if you kind of recognize a couple of things from the jump. Kind of stuff shows up a lot on the SAT, by the way. So first of all, check this out. Let me use a different color. This function is defined by this equation, h of t equals ct plus d. What does that look like? This looks like y equals mx plus b, slope-intercept form of a line, okay? Where the slope of the line is represented here. In other words, that's the rate of increase over time, y over x. So how much it goes up or down, and then over x, which is um, time or whatever the unit is on the x-axis. So that's the first thing to recognize. With that said, then automatically you can cut to the chase and say, I'm going to write this right underneath so you can see it. Automatically, you can say in this case, C, which is what we're looking for, always know what the problem statement or zero in on what they're asking for. C has to represent a slope or a rate. Same thing, but this is the key. A rate. A rate of change. This changes over this unit. Um, in this case, the height changing over a unit of time. Okay? Oh, height changing over time, I'll say it like that. Now, let's look at these answer choices. So basically, again, what we need to be looking for is which one shows a rate. Okay, A says the initial height of the tomato plant. No, that doesn't really look like that. Matter of fact, this more so would look like this, um, like a y-intercept type of deal, wherever it starts. So this is most likely, I'm gonna use red. It's most likely a no. B, the final height of the tomato plant. Once again, that doesn't really tell us a rate. It just tells us like a definite height. So that doesn't really seem right. C, how much the tomato plant grows per day. Now we're talking. So let's still go to the last one just to see what it says. D, the total increase in height of the tomato plant. Is this telling it? Is this telling us the total increase in height? Is there rate verbiage in there? No, it's not. This again is just kind of talking about. This more so seems like it's talking about like a let me see, like a difference in height from the start to the finish. Okay, like a range. First last minus first. So no. So that automatically helps us to see this is the answer. Look at the rate language so that you can remember this for the future. How much per day? Per, that's rate. How much? So the height over time. That's what's happening. Because look, what happens here is if this equation is for height, and it's a function of time, that means I can plug in some time and I can get out the height at that time, which means that if I'm multiplying C times that particular time, C represents some height per day times T, which is the number of days. Okay, so then that gives you essentially whatever the added growth is at that particular point in time, if that makes sense. Let me know if you got this in the comments. Make sure you share with a friend. Don't tell them the answer first though. And have a good one. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you need math tutoring or you need SAT math help, look in the description to find out how you can sign up today. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you stay in touch with Math Swap Tutoring on YouTube. Have a good one.